Mr. Get Off. There we go. We working. Listen, I'm with you.
Ah.
I have cleaned the desk, Mary Lou, so many times in the last week, and it's not even funny, but it's because I'm recording all of these videos, and
Mm-hmm.
then in the middle of recording all of these videos, I had to fix a hard drive. I had a hard
Mm-hmm.
drive, thing that I needed to do. And then so in the process of doing that and still, when you start to like do something on a hard drive, it takes a long time. So I'm like, well,
Yes.
while it's doing that, let me do this. So I start
Uh-huh.
cleaning another drawer, which means I just took the perfectly clean desk and filled it up with a bunch of crap from the other drawer. And then I was
Yep.
like, man, this is going to take longer than I thought because I got to do some sorting and thinking. So let me put it all back. And it's like, yo, I have cleaned this desk. I have cleaned this desk probably like 10 times in the last 3 days because one thing I really don't like when I start a new video or a new project or something is I
Mm-hmm.
don't like to do it when there's a bunch of crap on the desk.
Yeah, I agree. And I got like big filming today, so I
You
also am
actually have
like
big
I
filming
have to
today
move
too.
stuff.
Actually,
Say for the same reasons.
I might. Well, yeah, true story. But I might need to borrow you for one of the big filming things.
Okay.
It's I need to. I'm finishing up this thing, and I need to sort of highlight
What
how
did I
we just
do?
make
I
things look
do.
better in
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah, yeah.
And I swear, I have enough examples, but none of them are the example. Isn't that, you know what I'm saying? You ever have that?
Yeah.
Like, I got
Mm-hmm.
all these clips of me doing X, but none of them is the clip of me doing X. That sounds so stupid to say it out loud, but it's the truth. I was like, no, fam, I don't want that. I want something different. And strangely enough, oh, you can. I forgot you could do that. Did you know that in Zoom, you can actually move the boxes around? Wait, how did she go quiet all of a sudden? Oh, she muted herself. See, why she do that? We can't ask her questions when she just
How
muted
now?
herself.
Brown
Yeah,
cow?
I can hear you now, brown cow.
How now, brown cow?
I can hear you now, cow, brown cow. Yo, but yeah, I totally forgot that in Zoom you can move the boxes around.
It's quite delightful. I rediscovered that and I was like, oh, that helps my brain so
Yo, and
much.
the last time I did that was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. So I totally forgot that you can do it. The other thing that for some reason I only just noticed now, although it's probably been there for quite a while, is that Paul put his plaque up in the caravan. I swear, was that there Saturday, Paul? You can just
Where do they
shake your
even
big.
mail it to?
They mailed it to his house, even though he only goes home twice a year.
Been in here. God, you went down to Africa with me, have you?
See, I'm saying like I don't know why I didn't notice it, but like that's the whole point of getting the plaque is that you get the plaque people.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yo, hey, we're gonna have a thing where everybody talks about how they got to their 100,000, and we're gonna call it Plaque History Month. He's stupid.
Well, we better get our plaques so we can be part of this
He mad
movement.
stupid. All right, first things first. God
Let's
blang it.
go. What is
Happy
it?
freaking birthday, Mary Lou. She is 21 again. I don't know why she
Yes.
keep repeating it, but
21 times 2
yes. I
plus 1.
I always used to say that like, I'm 21 with 30 years experience or something like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Something wild like that. So,
That's
how
a
was
way
the
to do it.
birthday shenanigans?
Oh my gosh, it was excelente. We went on the helicopter over the Grand Canyon
Oh god,
and
that's dope.
like it was so neat and it's like it's nerve-wracking, but you're like please let this be like not the outlier, right? Like they do all the flights, there's so many flights, like don't let me be an outlier.
Yeah.
But the pilot was like really great and he's like this is the perfect day. it was chilly that morning, but then when we get there, they're like, it's going to be hot inside the helicopter. And I was really surprised by that. And, they're like, you need to put all your sweaters and everything back in the car. And I was like, all right. And I'm so glad I did. And I took double Dramamine and I had my motion sickness patches and I still got a little bit nauseous. And Will never gets motion sickness. And he was feeling sick like the rest of the day. So I was like, I'm glad because I would have definitely been taken out. But it was so cool.
So now I understand how I don't get motion sick.
Probably because you have all that your flight hours on you.
Well, yeah, because as a helicopter paramedic in the helicopter, you just do it so much. And trust me, when you're in that joint, like going there, it's a little like, okay, what's going to happen when we get there? So we're processing, like what I'm going to do for triage, what I'm going to look for first, whatever the case may be. Because sometimes we know, sometimes we don't. But on the way back, your head is fully into trying to start an IV, trying to stabilize the patient, getting proper vitals, communicating, writing notes down. You don't have any time to think about it. You know what I mean? And
you got bigger fish to fry.
You got bigger fish to fry. And this sounds crazy because, of course, many medical things, people tell you to just, mind over matter, and it doesn't necessarily work. And it's kind of semi-dismissive of what the actual thing is. However, in this particular case, I do believe it's real because my friend has this band. And it's called the Ember or something of that nature, and it looks like a watch. And you wear it, and what it does is it gives your wrists little taps, and it kills motion sickness.
Because you're focusing something else?
Well, I don't even think you realize it. I just think your brain can't do the two things at one time.
Yeah.
So and they're sold under a couple different brands now, but she's been using this for a while because she just gets it in the car, like when she's driving. And then, when her daughter was learning to drive, well, I say her daughter, when my niece was learning to drive, yeah, she had to wear this thing. And I think if anybody else is driving except for her, it gets her sick, right? But yeah, they have this band, and they actually have it on my FSA store. There's a couple different ones out right now. But yeah, you legit just wear it, and it sends some kind of little like electromagnetic pulses. You can get it at REI. You know what I'm saying? What is REI?
It's
that store that we went to. We went to REI. We didn't go to REI.
It's like a outdoorsy people store.
Oh, we went in Seattle.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
That seems like the place.
Me, you, and Jill. We were looking for something. I forgot what we was looking for.
Yeah, if you remember what the brand is, because I've tried so many different
I'm looking it up right
tools.
now.
I will try everything.
Yeah, this thing is actually pretty clutch, bro. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon. And it works. And I've been meaning to get one because the little person gets motion sick when I'm driving. Go figure. That's super funny. But my friend swears by it. It's called Imaterm. I can't speak. Where the heck is browser?
Oh.
Browser. Of course, it didn't do the right browser. Ever since I switched to Brave, I was getting so irritated with Chrome, just being dumb. Anyway, here you go. There's a bunch of them out here. The Imaterm, the basic one, then they got fancier ones. And yeah, it's worth a shot. This one, Relief Band.
How does it? E-M what?
E-M-E-T-E-R-M.
Okay.
And then Relief Band is the other brand that they sell on my FSA. But yeah, it's really trippy. Like it sends these little, electromagnetic pulses to your wrists. And yo, these guys, I mean, look at these things, dude. 1.2 thousand reviews on some of them. So it's obviously a lot of people got this problem. This one has 2.7 thousand reviews. Of course, everybody tries the cheap shit. I don't know if those.
Is there a remote?
Huh?
Is there a remote control for the shock feature available?
I don't want to know why you want to know that, Paul. Oh, see, look.
I can get your attention.
This Imaterm one right here, dude, has almost 3,000 views. The $82 one.
Okay. Yeah, that seems right.
So yeah. And they're all 4 stars. So Yeah, kind of crazy, but who knew that was a thing? And then when my friends said it totally makes sense. Like it's very possible for you to just distract your brain enough. And I do know that when I used to get my knee aspirated once a month, my doctor would slap the crap out of my leg and then stab the long needle into my knee. Never felt the needle. And then one day, after many, many times of doing this, I was like, Dr. Mickey, why do you insist on slapping me? He says, oh, your brain can't concentrate on two pains at the same time.
That's so good.
And I never thought about it, but even when you itch, and everything itch, you ever notice that it moves? People say, oh, the itch is moving, right? So you scratch your back, and then you scratch the other
Yes.
side, you scratch the other side. You never scratch two at the same time because your brain can't concentrate on two itches at the same time. That's why it's a sensation of it's moving. They're both there, but you can't. It makes sense to me. Like it totally makes sense to me. I'm like, oh, it's starting to make sense. Anyway, that has nothing to do with content creating. So maybe we should talk about that. Are you guys scared of needles? Anybody want to see the doctor pulling crap out of my knee? I have videos. I have lots of videos. I could absolutely show you guys. I'm sure Aubrey has videos of some surgical procedures she can share with us too. You didn't make any videos, Obs? I got tons. I've been subjected to I've been subjected to the knees and surgeries on multiple occasions, so I got a lot. All right, so now while you were away on your trip and completely disconnected, I have a crazy question for you. At
All right.
any given point where you like, dang, I want to make this, but I want to be on vacation.
No.
You're completely disconnected.
Well, listen. Okay, so this is why early I realized I forgot to bring my 360 camera.
Oh, so it's not
like,
because you're cool. It's because you effed up.
well, like, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I was like ready, just gonna go have vacation, and then my sister was like, "Hey, can I borrow your 360 camera?" And I was like, "I didn't bring it. Yes, you can use it. It's in the box. Go ahead."
Go ahead. Go
Yeah, go ahead.
ahead.
But there was no like. It was really good because I was thinking like ideas would come up, so I definitely like would write a little note. But it was like I felt really free that I was like, because I'd been to the Grand Canyon. I wanted to just have my birthday. I just wanted to do my hangouts and spend time with Will and be in it. And so there wasn't any time where I'm like, I gotta go film this tutorial. It's just like let me write a little note and I'll come back to it later.
It's crazy how you don't realize how much you do when you don't have your stuff, right? I think that's when you realize what you think you were going to do or what you thought you were going to do or how you're going to do it even. Like sometimes you change the entire game plan because you don't have all of your things. So it's almost on that play of limitations sometimes can lead to the creativity, right? You know what I mean? So in a way, yeah, that's the case. I've been doing something fun recently, and how you do it completely up to you. I had the crew and I on Saturday. We were playing around with some various sort of AI prompting, whatever, some cool things that you can do. We did come to the conclusion that Gemini and Claude will probably pull this off better just because of their capabilities. And in reality, Gemini probably pulls it off the best because it has direct access to YouTube. But there's a couple of cool things that you can do. And I'll give you two. One that I've been doing a lot recently is I have been making it a point to do a verbal brain dump. I was talking to Kat about this the other day. I've been making it a point to do a verbal brain dump to Whisper Flow 3 times a day. Okay? And then I take those verbal brain dumps and I throw them into my note system. It really doesn't matter whether it's Apple Notes or zoom out, Mary Lou, and answer the phone. I need to make some content about this phone.
Hold on. Wait. I didn't mean to publish that. Did it change?
Oh, yes. She
Do you
thinks
hear?
she
Does it sound
Timberland.
different?
She sound like Timberland. Timberland understand, Missy. Yo.
See, that ruined my whole joke because I was like looking up like a phone ringing sound effect, and then I was gonna wait till you were done and then play it and be like, "Hello. Oh, you guys wanted to learn about Claude? I will tell him. Thank you."
Yo. You need something to make the cord not hang enough to make the receiver hang.
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
heavy.
oh, I love it. Oh, we need a 3D
Let's
clip
see.
just so you can hang it the other way because it's going to be easier when you grab it. All right. Send me how thick your desk is. We'll get that figured out. That's super cool. I like the sound. But then you don't switch your mic back and forth. You have to use 2 mics in Ecamm so that way you don't have to switch back and forth. Because right now you're on mute. See, she's talking to us. We can't hear her. She's on mute.
What did you do? 911, what's your emergency?
Okay, so now let's see. In Ecamm, it needs to be.
You add 2 mics. You just click the plus sign underneath sound levels 1, and then you add the second mic as whatever the phone is, and then you can do both.
Those are. It's in Ecamm, but in Zoom, it's wait. We have to do Zoom virtual mic.
Yeah.
And then change it to.
Dude, that's so cool. I like this phone.
So now, can you hear both?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. Exciting.
It's so funny she answered the phone.
There was a whole bit. I had a whole bit planned, and it didn't quite work, but.
It's okay. It's still,
It's
hey,
the
as long as
reveal.
it's cute, it don't matter. Hey, I saw this really cool video where these nerds put together a payphone and they put it in a college dorm somewhere in the East Coast, and then they put the other one in a senior center somewhere in the middle of the country. And what it is, if any person picks up the phone in the college dorm, it rings the senior center, and then the old people inside the room where Paul and them play chess, somebody will answer it, and then they talk to each other. Because they
That's
say
fun.
old people and young people don't talk to each other. And so they built like an actual like Zoom call that works by picking up phones. Super crazy. I was like, brilliant idea. Anyway.
Oh, it's the young people dorm and the adult
in
dorm.
the old folks center where Paul and them play chess. Anyway, so the thing that I've been doing with this brain dump is just drop them into your note system. But what I've been doing then is on Sunday, have your bot of choice basically scrub those notes and let you know, did you have any killer ideas you left on the table? What were your wins? What were your losses? What are your missed opportunities? What are some things you can tighten up? Hey, you've been saying that you're stressing or having anxiety or whatever, but what is it really? Because sometimes you coach yourself deeper into issues, or you completely avoid the one that you need to handle and you don't realize that it's blocking you from everything else. Right? And, you know, a little bit ago, everybody and their mama was doing, oh, I got my bot to roast me. And I'm like, that's cute, but why don't you ask it to tell you something about you that you don't know? And we did that in class, and the look on Alicia's face when they was telling her, right? But yeah, it's really interesting. And so I had my bot tell me stuff that I didn't know. And one of the things that it pulled out, which I thought was interesting, because I didn't even do it on purpose, I didn't think. But they said, you named your computer Max Rebo. And of all the Star Wars characters you could pick, you picked the musician that's playing music in a room full of otherwise galactic gangsters. Max Rebo is playing in Java's room. And then so you have all of these fighters, the feds and whatever, they're all in a room and they're all arguing with Boba Fett, but I picked the creator in the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then you can
bruh,
have different
I
influence.
didn't,
You
like, why did I call it Max? And I have no idea. And only deep cut Star Wars people even know that. So it's just like, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny about you. Like even in something as simple as naming your computers, you picked that. And then it laughed about the way that I picked my server names because the NAS is Tatooine. And stuff that I'm gonna put away for a long time and don't care about is Hoth, because that's cold storage, and Hoth is the frozen planet. And I'm like,
Where Han
okay,
Solo was.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, so you calling me a nerd, basically. But yeah, it's interesting to have your bot, ask you about like sort of things about you that you don't know. And it's a really neat introspection to sort of see. And it started telling me about even the way that I'm changing as far as switching up the community and making it more open and more approachable and things of this nature. It's like I didn't even think through all of that. I just did it because it felt like the right thing to do. So sometimes we do things automatically without even realizing it. And if you are reading your old journals or taking your notes or going through your artist pages or whatever, it is what it is. Now, Gretchen was like, I don't know if I want my bot to read my morning pages. And I'm like, well, cool, don't do that, but that's not the same thing as a brain dump per se. In a way, morning pages is a brain dump, but it's different from a brain dump. And we know you want to murder some people. That's Gretchen. We are actually waiting for the phone call so that we can, get you a good attorney.
We're gonna come and get you. We'll catch you.
Mike said where'd my mouse go? Mike said one of my virtual machines is called Hogwarts. Oh, my mouse is mad. Here we go. Yo. It says, have you seen the one? Oh yes, I've seen the video where the phone guys. Paul said, you seen the phone guys make Chinese restaurant called another Chinese restaurant. That's hilarious. It's super hilarious, especially because what people forget is there's multiple dialects. If you're not from that region, people don't realize there's multiple dialects, so it can be completely different. For instance, do you know that there is officially 11 different languages for South Africa? It's more than that, but there's 11 official.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that's bananas. But like everybody just thinks, oh, everybody speaks Afrikaans, which is the official. But there's technically 11 different languages that are notified in service, and it's weird because even in our country, things that you're going to say in Cali, in different parts of Cali, is different. Like I say hella all the time because I spent way too much time in the Bay. But like LA, people don't say hella. And in parts of the Bay where, you got the heavy Filipino population because of their hyper, Catholicism upbringing, they say hecka. And I was like, you can say hella. Hella is not a bad
It's
word,
okay.
but they don't
That's
want to
all right.
get that. They don't want to get slapped with the slipper. So they say hecka. It's kind of interesting. All right, so it's in the things like when you come back and you're doing your catch up, is there anything that happened in the creator space that maybe mind blowing to you or just like caught your attention or got you, curious?
Well, when I came back, I immediately went to two events. I went to a talk with the CEO of Uscreen, Allison, and then the next day was like a little Adobe event. So not really like I hadn't really caught up with what happened on the internet, but my mind was open to going to these events because I wasn't like bogged down with always looking up what's going on the internet. And what I got there was really about LinkedIn and that like there was someone there who was like the moderator, she was the host and she's like a top voice on LinkedIn, and she said yes, they're pushing LinkedIn video, but anyone who's actually creating on there knows you don't do LinkedIn, you don't do video, like they don't, it's not the thing yet. It's not set up right. It's not really the way to grow. Like you could put video up there, but it's not really working in the whole ecosystem of it. And to just do text or text photo posts. And whatever reason, that just unlocked permission for me because I was not posting on LinkedIn because I just could not come up with yet another video strategy. I was like, I just can't. I don't want to. I'd rather spend that energy over here. But permission to just shoot out some text posts about events I currently went to, things like that. Excellent. Yeah, I could do that.
It's funny you say that because I always felt a little bit fraudulent because I keep being told to post on LinkedIn, but I can't. I tried it for a little bit. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm like, this is legit throwing darts in the air and looking up.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, oh no, and so many people like, oh no, I'm crushing it on LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be an asshole. Receipts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yelling fire at a fireman convention is not the same attention as, say, yelling it somewhere else where it's going to actually affect people and sort of help them out. In other words, how do I describe this? LinkedIn to me is like a bunch of people in the room fluffing their resumes and showing each other how cool their resumes are, but none of them is hiring another one of them. That's not right. I can't come up with the analogy, but
I get what you're saying. I feel the vibe.
It's basically they're all bigging each other up, but there's no outcome. It's like, Mean Girl circle. Girl, you look cute. Oh, girl, your hair's nice. Oh, girl, your hair's... To them, they all think the five of them is cute. They think everybody else is beneath them, and they only gas each other up. But it's very shallow and very hollow, and any one of them would cut the other one in a heartbeat if it was for their own benefit. I don't know if that makes sense. I might be being mean, but that's just the vibe I get from LinkedIn. It's like going to a multi-level marketing conference with all the double diamonds in the same room. Like I don't know, it just seems weird. It's like, hey, look at me, I did this. Cool.
Well, the thoughts behind it, I agree. I don't typically haven't liked hanging out on there because it's just more people just looking for jobs. They're whatever,
If you're looking for jobs, maybe it's a good spot. But what about the people that's trying to act like they're not looking for jobs, they're trying to grow a business? Explain that one to me, because maybe I'm dumb.
Now, for those of us that are trying to grow a business, the people who are hiring, the businesses, the CEOs, like for you, what you do, wanting to help people use their voice online. If there's somebody who has all this experience, runs a business, isn't online yet, but really could share something, maybe they're on there. I'm not saying everybody needs to do it. I'm just saying, I got permission to not do video on LinkedIn. And I was told, because I have a Target brand collaboration, that my insider told me that they are going to check there. So I should post some things.
Oh, so you mean Adobe?
Yes.
She ain't keeping it no secret, dog. We know.
I said it already.
I know you did. You got to put that joint out in the universe. Oh my God. Speaking about Target brand collaborations, I had something epic happen today, and I'm super excited about it. And then the little person tried to throw a dart, and I had to be like, face, how low can you go? Talk to the hand, little girl. Listen, I got an email today from the head of customer service at Unbound Marino. I was like, hey, Hope, how you doing, girl? And she was like, hey, just checking in, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, oh, what? They sent me. Because I do comment on it. Like you say, hey, that's my dream brand, right? And yes, it's not tech, but I do believe it's tech because we Oscar
is.
Mike all the time. We traveling. And you know what? When I can carry 2 weeks worth of clothes in under 8 pounds, that means I could use the other 42 pounds on tech. So it's tech, damn it. It matters.
We need all of those. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I got that email today, and I was like, girl, the funny thing about you emailing me is I'm packing for this conference that I'm going to next week because I told you guys I pack a week early, and then I live in the suitcase. Now, I might not actually pull those clothes out to put them on, but I get up in the morning, and I go like I'm about to go get my stuff, and I look in the suitcase, and I see, okay, there's the pants, there's the shirt, there's the socks, there's whatever. Then I know I'm good. Then I'll go to the actual closet and get what I really need. If you're not that gangster yet, you actually pack what you're going to wear. And if it's the same temperature as where you live, actually live out of the suitcase a week before you go. You are less likely to forget your 360 camera that your sister texts you and be like, can I use it?
Yeah. But the thing, like, my argument there too is like I've been to the Grand Canyon twice. I've taken 360 pictures at the Grand Canyon before. Have I done anything with those?
No.
No.
You
I looked at them.
You
I
did the
love
Paul
them.
Duncan collect some 360 videos. I did the same thing. I got like 55 gigs of 360 videos that I collected. I ain't gonna do a damn thing with it. So you know what? I sold my 360 cameras. Yes.
It's a good move.
So Unbound Merino is my brand. I have it on right now, and I'm not gonna show you my drawers, but I got my merino t-shirts in here, and I love these, Rich, because you can wear when you're traveling. Legit, I don't do this, but you can legit wear them a week straight and never wash it. It does not stink, and it looks kind of like what Mary Lou is wearing right now, but it's a natural fiber. It's sustainable. It doesn't stink. You just rinse it out in the sink. I normally, wash mine in the sink at night and hang it to dry. Or sorry, you lay it flat to dry and you hang it at the end. But I legit can pack for 3 weeks and carry only 8 pounds of clothes because I have Unbound Merino pants, socks, underwear, t-shirt, and then long sleeves. Like it's kind of incredible. Anyway, that's my dream brand. And so I agree with you, Mary Lou. Like the idea of like maybe finding your brands or whatever over there. But yeah, LinkedIn just felt like a weird flex. And Rich said the MLM double diamond is the perfect analogy. Everybody there acts like they know everything. And that's the whole point of it. Like the whole point of LinkedIn is to show your knowledge or to try to be a thought leader. But if everybody on the platform is a thought leader, who's leading the damn thought? And you can't trust thoughts.
And I was also interesting in the response, like looking at comments, like just seeing how people interact, and it's all very like, yeah, you're right, like, oh, I agree, oh, like it's like there's not really conversation. It's just I'm commenting, so I saw it.
Yeah,
which is
it's such a
kind
weird...
of the stuff where like it is strange. But it's a different world. But then is there a gap? Is there a hole? Is there a spot for people who are creators of an entertainment aspect to bring something valuable in there? Because so all the posts, like, they look AIAF. And
well, because there's so many prompts out there for like generating all of your sort of AI posts, it's such a crazy experiment. Rich, I did want to show you something real quick. Write this down if you are interested, because I did try this brand as well. This brand is called -33, and they actually have a lot of big and tall stuff. I know a lot of the lumberjack friends are into this. And again, it's really nice. I happen to, it's cheaper than Unbound. I just happen to like the Unbound better for some reason, but I have about 5 pieces from -33. Very good. And the reason why is because prior to the journey, it was the only one that had 3X everything. I think they go up to 5 and 6X. So yeah, if you're interested, that's a good brand to look at. It's called -33, and I believe it is just -33.com. So yeah, if you're interested, go and check that out. Anyway.
Yeah, Unbound's got good colors too.
Oh, dude, I got Karen finally to start using some. And so when we travel to Japan, it's like, we're going to wear wool in 100-degree weather. Yes. And she's like, oh my God, this is actually bomb because it, lets heat out. Everyone thinks wool is just to be warm. I thought that, but turns out sheep grow in hot climates too. Ding dong. Like, didn't know that. And then it finally dawned on me why it doesn't stink. Because if a sheep stink, then the wolf will mess it up. So the sheep's number one defense, since they can't do nothing else, is not stink. So the wolves can't find them. Wolves, I speak English. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really incredible. But going back to the LinkedIn thing, like it's really interesting platform, and I feel like you are right. I do feel like there's a lot of AI craziness on there. It's just I just can't catch the vibe. Like it's that party that everybody's, oh, you should go to this club because this club is banging, and I'm like, nah, man, I don't like it. Why? They don't play not a single hip hop song. If I'm going to the club, I'm gonna need to get. Give me that donkey with them big old legs. I ain't too hard to beg. Ain't no shame in it. I don't need that. Break it down. Yay. Let me ride that donkey. You know, it's something. Like, you just, I don't know. And I will go to a grunge club on purpose. That's different, right? I'll go to like a house club on purpose. That's different. But this supposed to be like a general club, and like, they don't even play Drake. They don't even play fake hip hop. I'm like, come on, son. Not for me. I don't know. Just not for me. Paul said, it's why captains on boats always wear white woolly jumpers, as they act like a refrigeration unit when the wind is blowing through them. Well, there you go. See, Paul is teaching us things about I guess the Nautics always wore wool too because it dries fast. You don't want to be soaking wet on the boat. That would be a very disgusting feeling. All right, so what in creator space has you super excited right now? Mine's just dumb. So I just want to throw it out there. Mine's just so dumb.
What is yours, then?
Mine's just so dumb. Don't laugh, okay? I am levels of excited that I shouldn't be because you can now do 4K thumbnails.
Oh, that's very exciting.
I've been a rebel from day one about the 1280 by 720. I've been doing 1920 by 1080 thumbnails for the longest time, Billy Joe. Like, for the longest time. And I'm like, I'm going to let YouTube smash it. And they're like, this dumb, YouTube's going to crush it anyway. And I'm just like, but I could always tell when the thumbnail was made low res because I have been watching YouTube on TV since Apple TV 1. So that means like 2009. I always watch it on the big old TV because sitting in the couch with a laptop on your nads, overheating them, I just never thought that was a good look. Even ain't nobody trying to have no kids. I just didn't want to heat my nads with laptop heat. So I always, Aubrey's laughing at me. I've always watched it on my big old TV, right? And I could just thumbnails be looking nasty on there. And so I've always been doing it. And it was like, everybody just uses your mobile phone. And I don't know why. I've just always hated it. So now that we could actually throw out some big old thumbnails, I'm like, yo. And something tricky that I'm testing out, and I have Paul C testing out on his. I made a couple updates on thumbnails recently, in case you didn't seen it. Boom, this is for the video I made yesterday. I'm going to the solid white background text that a 90-year-old can see from 3 miles down the street, right? Going crazy with that. And then even for the work thumbnails, I love it when they leave it alone and let me make them. Then I got this coming up for streams that I'm doing with Benji and the team. And I'm just like, listen, that's what a thumbnail, gotta look like. And so here's my theory. Everybody on TV has dark mode. I have never seen the YouTube interface on TV in light mode, not a once. I can't think I've ever seen it. I'm processing it through my brain. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I feel like just defaults to that, right?
Yes.
Because Netflix, all of them are like, it's dark. It's basically dark mode.
Correctamundo. Right?
Yeah.
So my theory, dumb as it may be, is that if you make them so that they scream on dark mode, you're more likely to get a clickety-click. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like it really does make sense. That's like part of the theory of like why my sets I always am doing something bright versus like what was like the trend for people talking about similar kind of things is that everything's dark, everything's it's the whatever Rembrandt lighting and whatnot. And I'm like, nope, everybody's gonna see everything.
Yeah. So, and listen, I'm not ready to come out of the dungeon yet.
I am
However,
missing the purple though. I do miss all the lights in the back.
right, there's something about it here. Let's see what this little kid is watching. I decided to use Emma's Netflix feed instead of mine because none of your business kind of weird shit I watch. But you see what I mean? If I look at these in dark mode right now, the ones that stand out instantly is to all the boys I loved before. Really weird to read that out loud as I'm doing this. Um, the digital circus one stands out, and maybe the blue one, which is my only girl. Let me mouse come back over here. Let me scroll down to the next page. What stands out? Oh, don't do that. You're trying to get me sued. On this page, Annie with the E stands out, and the Miracles stands out.
Emma watches Squid Game by herself.
She watching what?
She watches Squid Games on her own.
Oh, I already seen
That
it. She late.
you need to be hanging out together.
She late to the party. You know what I mean? If you look at this, Bad Guys 2 sticks out. Boggle sticks out on the video game side. How to Train Your Dragon, Carmen Sandiego. Like, if you look at these things on dark mode, you can kind of see, right? So, I don't know. It just dawned on me like, yo, I'm going to try to do it. And this is funny, Raph, because you're right. No, don't give in the trends. Correct. I don't want to give in the trends. And it's funny because I see the fake tweet thumbnails like regularly, and I kind of sort of don't want to do them, but it's hard to just keep ignoring it. So I just got to test it. I got to test it for my own brain cells, and then after I think I can get rid of it. If that makes any sense. Oh, come on, dude. What am I trying to see? This is not working. I'm looking at I forgot there's a trick when you go to look for a video and then you want to get past YouTube when you got your watch history off, you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a trick to get it where you can see something. Let me see if this works. I think if I go to that and then I go to this and then go back and then go to home. Nope, that's not the trick. I forgot what the trick was. I forgot also how to find YouTube. What's the word I'm looking for? I forgot how to find YouTube trending page. I forgot what the URL is. But yeah, interesting. And to this day, bro, so many people listen. And Raph is right. Raph is right. Use the 70-30-10 rule, right? It's actually 60-30-10, but that actually come from Guy Kawasaki. I learned that from Guy Kawasaki years ago and have always kind of semi-stuck to that. 60-year-old at 30 feet. There was one other part to that. I can't remember. Anyway, look at Aubrey right here with the right with me. Looking good. So as I look at these, like Adobe, I got it. You don't have to listen to nobody because you're Adobe. This thumbnail is messy, dog. The one with Mel Terry, that thumbnail is mad messy. But you're Adobe. You don't have to listen to nobody's rules. You can get people watching you anyway.
You already have yeah.
But that's just crazy. Now Phil looked cute. Phil came through. I like it. Look next to Phil, Mary Lou.
There it is.
We out here
It already
throwing
heard you.
darts. We're out here throwing darts. And I
It
don't know what
already
this
heard
video is
you.
about, but number one, she put the flower in her hair, Stacy, which makes it very Hawaii. And then the title got me. I have no idea what she's selling. You know, Stephanie Miller, boom, 20,000 views on this podcast already. But that text, even on a 32-inch monitor, that text is hard to see, fam. Right? That text is hard to see. Now, here's another good one. Paul's thumbnail right here, don't tell Paul I said this. That is extremely hard to see. But you know why it won't matter? On Paul's streams, dude, I've been there. I've been on his streams where there's well over 100-something thousand people watching. These powwows.com, because he does Native American festivals, I've seen streams where he got 3 million views, bro. Like, it's crazy. I have never seen live streams with that much traffic on it. It's insane. Absolutely insane. You're using AI wrong with Christy. That's a good nail. This style right here, the old, YouTube thumbnail style, fix your real estate YouTube leads. These are dying. Thank you.
The point at the thing. Point at the thing.
Point at the thing is good, but like this style with, it's just a lot going on. It kind of reminds me of like rave flyers. Remember rave flyers?
No.
Oh my God, rave flyers were just wild. There's so much things going on. Let me see if I can find some. Come on, Etsy images. You gotta come through. You guys are showing me. It was a thing. It was a Photoshop style. Oh, you know who would have it? Here's how we do it. Go to Behance. I love the creep on Behance. Behance is fun place to creep out on styles. And let me see. Rave poster. Let's try that. And then I'll pull a flyer later. Yeah. This is actually cool. I love this style, by the way. But
yeah, I like this style.
These are good. These ones aren't even bad. The problem with Behance is everybody here is pretty much good designers. But when you make your thumbnails, where your thumbnail looks like this, yo, it's gorgeous, bro. It's a nice art piece. But as a thumbnail,
It's not gonna be your thumbnail.
I went to the wrong video. Anyway, yeah, there was a style where everybody had all the Photoshop plugins, all of the gradients and the fades and the bolds and the extra lighting that Photoshop used to do, and it was just like, oh my God. They used to do the hip hop mixtape covers used to have that look. Let's see if I can pull this one off. Yeah, this is kind of it. They were all doing this. Remember?
Yeah.
Like all the Photoshop, the extra bling bling, the light. This is a better example, right? So the YouTube thumbnail style, that's that style. Yo, people are done. No, I guess it works if your audience is local we children's. I finally found one with a booty on it. It wouldn't take long. But like, yo, this style, I was so happy to see this leaving thumbnails. It was starting to kill me in the thumbnail game. Like, not a fan. Anyway, that is my weird take on thumbnails. I am super excited that we get in biggins. I am super excited about so many things, but that one is a huge one.
Yeah, and it's my problem with the thumbnails always was I would make the thumbnail and then you drop it in and it's like, this is too big.
Yeah.
And then I would just get
Irritating.
so mad and I just like I just open it on the computer and screenshot it as opposed to trying to save it different size because I would go through like 4 or 5 times and it
that's
still was
faster.
too big.
That's faster.
And I just was like, screenshot, there you go. You can have it, whatever. It'll look like what it's gonna look like.
I'm trying to figure out if Aubrey is filling a pen or filling a lighter. Oh my God. Yesterday, I'm doing some edits in Final Cut, and I was screaming. I was going to call Raph at home because I was trying to use this through his 3D plugin, and it wasn't doing something I wanted it to do. And I was like, Raph, fix this. So I just gave up. But, okay. Nothing that you're excited about in the creator space? I got one more, if you don't.
Let's just keep talking about it.
Man, I want to hear Mary Lou.
I can't, like, because I was on vacation, so I feel like I haven't even like really plugged back in. I'm just trying to do my work, I'm just trying to.
Okay, so let me
keep my
give you some
blinders on and
hot
do my work.
goss. Let me give you some
Okay.
hot goss of the internet for this week that I am super excited about. Motion VFX got purchased by Apple,
Oh,
and that is massive. I think one of the best things to happen, dude, the site change. That's even more crazy. One of the best things to happen to Final Cut since 2007, 2011, maybe. So Motion VFX has literally some of the best plugins in the planet for Final Cut. And when the new version of Final Cut came out, Raph and I did a stream, and we were talking about like what's going to happen and what's so cool. And one of the things that we said is that if the templates that they say they're going to give free premium templates, or not free, premium users are going to get to have some premium templates. And I said, if the templates are half as good, half, if the templates are half as good as Motion VFX, fuck, I'm in. And Tim said, listen, Doc, yeah, bitch, half? How about we just buy Motion VFX? I'm like, yes, Auntie Tim. Hey, girl, hey, let's cook. Let Tim
like, baby, you like that?
cook.
You like that? I'll get it for you. It's okay.
Right?
Don't worry.
Auntie Tim said, hold on, baby. Hold on, sugar. Because Auntie Tim from the South. Hold on, sugar.
Yeah,
Let me get that for you. Would you like a sweet tea with that? And I'm like, girl, let Tim cook.
It's like in a Filipino family, like you say once that you like one little thing.
Oh, God.
And then they're going to buy you everything of that thing.
Yes.
Every time you see them for the rest of your life,
Bruh.
you're going to get a chicken figurine.
Look, my Korean auntie, she came over one time and she made us kimbap. Kimbap is like sushi, but it's the Korean version. You've probably seen it at H Mart, right? It's like, it has nori, or the seaweed.
It's so yummy.
And then rice, and then carrots, and then some pickled vegetables sometimes, and sometimes little meat,
bulgogi,
sometimes
maybe?
little fish, right? It's in a little circle. Looks just like sushi, but it's the Korean version. Fam. Told my auntie one time, like, oh my God, auntie, I was hungry. I was like, yo, this kimbap, it hits. Every time she would come to Hawaii, she would disappear to my parents' house and then show up at the store with a tray. There's no way one person can eat all of this, an entire tray of kimbap. So anyway, what this means for Final Cut users is incredible. Now, I currently pay about 800 bones a year to have the Motion VFX subscription so I can use everything. Because I got sick of wanting to do something in Final Cut, and then right when I'm about ready to do it, I'm like, this plugin is close, but it ain't. But here's another plugin. And so in FX Factory, I was spending $40 to $70 a month adding a plugin when a new plugin would drop, because it would offer some things that would, just provide some niceties. And then I get Motion VFX, and I'm just like, girl, I could just do this whenever I want to do this. And I mean, do this like Brutus, and we always knew this. Like super cool stuff, right? So a prime example, a little sample, just an example, is I could bring up let me open up Final Cut real quick. Hopefully I don't break nothing. I'll show you a couple of just simple things that they do. But this is fire. This means that whenever we decide that, I need to build this reel, they're going to bring that CapCut level of take this template, fill in a bunch of clips as directed, and now you got a power reel. They're going to take that CapCut level reel and bring it to Final Cut. And so it's not even that it's bringing something to us editing types. It's making it so that regular creators can also create dopeness as well. And to me, that is massive on the largest scale. Like, it's kind of hard to describe. Dude, where you at? Here we go. All right, I'll show you just a little something. Let me go back to the eCam real quick. And then get to here. Screen demo. Boom.
Oh, yeah. While you get that set up, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, so you see how it just has this little sort of green screen thing right here? Like, filling those in is an absolute royal pain in the tuchus. But if you got your motion VFX game happening, you can actually map that surface to a video. And I did, and it was just waiting for the render to rehappen, but it maps the video to the surface. And so now, if you look over here, it just puts it in the TV. Now, this is not the same as, like, you know, cutting a hole in the green screen, and I couldn't just do that because this thing moves. And so because the TV moves, if I were to just cut a hole in the green screen, that's a lot of work. But by mapping the image to the surface, then I actually get what I'm looking for, if that makes sense, right? So, boom, let's click on this one. And then if I click on here, you can see the image is in there. And then if I click on the image, this is what I'm actually mapping, right? So it's not just, you know, sort of mapping the green. I actually put the image to the surface and it tracks the surface. So if the surface moves, it all goes with it. And that, my friends, is absolutely incredible. So way better than the generic, oh, just cut the hole in the green screen and call it a green screen. Like, those are the kind of things that, you know, you find inside of motion VFX. And, you know, they got so many things. So whenever I need a plug-in, all I do is I click this little dude and I hit this button and this little window pops up, and it takes a second to load when you're live because there's a bunch of things happening. But like, all of these plugins is available to you. Like, it's all part. Look at this dork. Why is he up in here? Right? So even if you wanted to steal all of Rafi's tricks, make sure that's muted so we can get in trouble. If you wanted to steal all of Rafi's tricks, he told you all of his tricks inside this page. And as a subscriber, I can just steal stuff from Rafi or my other friend Brad or Dylan. Like, they all in here. All my boys are in here. Serge, all my boys are in here. So you can just steal their stuff directly. And it's just phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to see how much of this they bring over to the old, you know, regular YouTube space as we are creating stuff with, you know, YouTube or whatever. I'm curious to see what they bring to the party and how they make it work. And, you know, of course, everybody's first thought is, well, if I was doing this and I already paid for those plugins, so then what? If you bought these plugins at $40 to $100 and you ain't got your money back yet, listen, I don't think people understand that. When you buy something and you get your value out of it right away, everything else after that is a bonus. Does that make sense? Not to snitch and tell you your business, but let's just say a creator goes out and buys a $279 white microphone. And then the next week the creator gets a gig that pays a couple $1,000s a month to make a couple of videos. How many videos does it take to pay for the white microphone? Why are you muted? Paul, did you break something?
It's there.
Now I hear you.
Hello.
Yep, that was Paul.
I don't know. No, I don't know. It could have been me. Who knows?
I did not touch anything.
That was Paul.
Sometimes I mute it when I sneeze and I forget. So it's probably me.
That's funny
Okay.
if you're sneezing. Don't sneeze. Are you allergic to cats? No, anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Like after you buy a $300 mic, and then you pull a contract that you make a bunch of videos for, when is the mic paid for?
It's already paid for.
You see what I'm saying? Like people be out here. Oh, I bought Final Cut for $199. And now they want me to buy a subscription. Apple's an asshole. Or I bought Final Cut for $300. Bitch, I bought Final Cut for $12.99 back in the day.
I think there's a difference between like the hobbyists and the professionals, though. Like we'll
Even
look at
as
the
a
tools and we're like,
hobbyist. Even
But,
as
like,
a
that's-
hobbyist. Let's put it in this
that's why
perspective.
they stay hobbyists.
No,
That's
no,
why
but
they
let's
stay
put this in
hobbyists,
perspective.
though.
Because I agree with you. Because everybody likes to do that. So I'm going to agree with you. Even as a hobbyist, the one thing that our microphones stop us from doing, spending a hell of a lot of time effing with the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'm a hobbyist now. I've created more than 50 videos where I did not take an hour to massage the audio. Did I get my $500 back for this mic?
Yes.
Thank you. That's why we're friends.
The other thing, though, in the
Hold up.
not
hold
that
up, hold
long
up.
ago,
Stop talking. Hold up. Give me a second. Now I gotta.
Oh my gosh. There's a Paul Duncan.
Yo,
There's
I don't want to
Doc's
be that
desk.
camera. There we go.
the other thing, though, too, is it wasn't that long ago when we bought software, you had to pay every X number of time they came out with an update. You were constantly paying for update, and those updates weren't cheap. And now, I mean, even on a subscription plan, you're not paying that much for the subscription, but look at all the stuff that you're getting. It's like,
It's mind-blowing.
it costs money.
Bro. It's mind-blowing. And the services cost money. I have never been reminded more how much money these companies spend for things than I bought a drive in December that I paid $289 for. I bought the same drive last week. It was $700. These companies cannot continue to take an ass whooping on the tariffs and the electricity costs and not charge you. It doesn't work that way. I'm going to say this because nobody watches in my area. But what I'm watching right now that has me so frustrated, and I can't even comment because it's almost not worth it. Oh my God, dude, what the hell is going on here? I got Paul all up in the sky.
It's off.
Anyway, it's not. This juice ain't worth the squeeze. But right now, because of the insane natural disaster that we've had in the island over the last 2 weeks, there's a lot of people mad, a lot of hand wringing, and a lot of blame. People are blaming the government for not being prepared. People are blaming the government for the slow response. This is a local government, right? City and county. Now, we live in a place where we have Honolulu County, but then we have Hawaii State. And people are, how come the state didn't fix such and such? What you just said is a city and county responsibility. It's not a state responsibility. Like, they don't even know the difference between who they're mad at. They're yelling at the wrong person. And then something that I've said for a long time, because Mary Lou lives in California. Actually, Paul lives in California. We have a 4% tax. 4.7% tax in one of the most expensive places to live in the world. You guys have a 10% tax, upwards of 16. We are majorly undertaxed for the cost of things in this state. And nobody wants to hear that because they don't want to pay it. And I fully understand they don't want to pay it because we have a lot of tax money waste. But every government has a lot of tax money waste.
You think about the money you have. It's a lot of waste.
So
Like any individual.
any
yeah.
individual waste, let's see, everybody wants the governments not to waste money, but I think about how much people, you're 100% right, how much they waste on their very own. People bitching about why the state didn't come through, smoke 3 packs a day, 2 packs a day. Bitch, smoking cigarettes is a waste of money. And I don't care if it's your habit, that's your habit. It's still, that was something that you chose to do, and then you smoke it, and now you mad because healthcare ain't free. Like, I'm also mad healthcare not free, but for different reasons. Anyway, so what's happening right now is everybody's super pissed because it's going to take us forever to clean this crap up. It only stopped raining today. It has been raining. I showed Paul yesterday. I showed Paul something. The damage is insane. But a large portion of the people who I know are bitching about the damage, I also know do everything in their power to not pay tax on shit. People used to come into the store all the time and say to June and I, hey, if I buy this, and this, can I get it tax-free? No. Oh, well, so-and-so said they would sell it to us tax-free. Good. Let them do it because we're not going to jail for you. Right? If you listen, in our country right now, the richest people all do everything in their power not to pay tax and then got the audacity to talk about our deficit. It's the same thing when we talk about content creators. Everybody wants Apple to make the computer cheap as hell, and they wanted to do everything for them. They wanted to level their audios, fix it so that, you know, they don't need to do any overlays and templates. They just want to open up the software. All the templates are there. All the audio is there. The guest connection is free. It works on low bandwidth. It works on a low-cost machine. They don't want it to take up any space. They want everything, but they don't want to pay for none of that. And then the first question when we go to a conference, hey, how do I get my shit monetized?
It's like you want to get paid, but you don't think that the people who built the tools should get paid, but you should get paid, but they shouldn't get paid.
Right. And,
I don't understand.
Dude, June is telling the truth, bro. Hey, you get that Quark Express update? Yeah, here's 14 floppies. Well, we got to install Quark Express or what was the other one? Not PageMaker, June. What was the other one? FrameMaker? Bro, the stack of disk was like this high. And it's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? I am updating Photoshop. The weekend, dude? Yeah, I'm updating Photoshop. Take the whole weekend.
You want? Yeah, I remember. Oh, jeez, those crazy. The stack of discs, and then the mailbox full of AOL discs every couple of weeks.
Factual. Like we are just in a different. Thanks, Dave. We're just in a different spot right now, homie. Like the amount of what everybody wants for free, that's not free. And Paul has already heard me rant upon this, Mary Lou. Here's been a common sentiment this week. Apple tomorrow is releasing AirPods Max 2. And everybody is screaming because AirPods Max 2 costs $550. And the new MacBook Neo costs $599 or $499 if you get the educated joint. So what they want to know is how is it that the headphones cost more than the notebook? And I got to tell you, yo, I've used headphones that cost $3,000. The price of headphones and the price of computers are not fucking commensurate. How you say that word? Commensurate? Whatever. I'm trying to use a word.
Not correlated.
Yeah, okay. There you are.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, dude, there have been so many. Like, it's the laziest freaking hot take, and it's so irritating. How does the top of the line headphones for a brand cost more than the bottom of the line computer for a brand?
Right. As opposed to looking at the top of the line computer and the top of the line headphones. Like if you're trying to make these comparisons.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Right? A Porsche costs more than a Schwinn. What? You can buy a used Porsche for $3,000. You can also buy a vintage Schwinn for $30,000. That's not the same. Listen, some of these people paid more for leather or highly compressed carbon. June, I don't know if you was here on Saturday, but that's exactly what I said. Because on the one lady whose video I saw, which made me the most mad, is she's legit rocking what I'm going to guess is like a $500 cashmere sweater. She's wearing a wedding ring of multiple carats, which means easily 30, 40 grand for a freaking rock. That, to me, is worth the same amount as this. Because I don't do jewelry. This Aura ring is a stretch. But this rock I got out of a river in Japan, and that ring she got, that rock she got on her finger, same price to me. Because that's just my, my feeling. I don't like diamonds. Diamonds are good for saw blades and drill bits. That's what I like diamonds for. But, Mary, you're a diamond girl, Mary Lou. I ain't trying to make trouble over here.
I have no jewel.
Yeah. I mean, if someone's like, hey, if I was dating and some girl's like, would you gonna buy me a ring? No, but I'll buy you Apple stock. All your friends would talk shit about you 10 years ago, but I bet you what, right now your Apple stock could be worth more than a ring they bought.
Anytime we look at rings, I'm like, what metrics does it track? Does it have an app?
Yeah, listen, June is correct. Headphones got rare minerals in it too. Very true. Very true. There's lithium, there's cobalt, there's lots of things. There's crystals inside there in order to get the timing circuitry to work. But it's a funny thing, bro. It's like the tech space has gone a little bit crazy with people looking for reasons to be mad about stuff that just don't even matter. And if it's not you, dog, by all means, don't buy AirPods Max 2. Guess what I'm ordering 12 o'clock tonight? The only question is orange or purple.
Oh, there's not a question for that.
There is. No, for real. That's the actual question.
Well, wouldn't you always get purple? I'm like orange option for you? I guess because is your phone orange?
Yes, my phone is
No.
orange. And well, also,
Okay.
no, orange is also one of my favorite colors is orange. Until I started the purple thing, which had more to do with, mom and Karen's dad, like orange was always one of my top colors. It was always kind of orange
I
and
see.
purple. Actually,
Oh, so you really
it's
are
been
there.
orange and purple for a long time, actually. Even before that, but more so I rocked the purple because of Alzheimer's.
Oh, the orange is not like the orange of the phone, though, right? It's like a
No.
sherbet orange.
Yeah.
It's like baby orange.
I mean,
And the purple's like,
what I'm about
Okay.
to say is probably cancelable, but the colors are, let's just say, feminine.
Is it to match the Neos? Is it kind of to like
No,
coordinate with
no,
those?
different.
No, those are different. I haven't looked that much at the new products because
Yeah. I would
'cause
say
I don't
the
need to get
colors
it.
are a little feminine, but like I'm well strong in my resolve as a male. I'm butch enough that I'll rock a feminine color and don't care. Like I don't think colors should be considered feminine or not feminine, but they just are.
Uh-huh.
It's not my call. That's just what people would say. But I don't really
It's the Easter vibe.
I don't care what people say.
Like we need to AI put both colors on you so we can see how it looks on your noggin.
Well, that's why they have a 14-day return policy.
Ah.
Here, I'm downloading the image right now from apple.com. Actually, you know how you pick the tech? Which color is June most likely not to steal?
Ooh, what's June's least favorite color?
Here, these are the colors. Sorry, Paul. Here, I will fix Paul's face. There. So you got
I do like both the orange and the purple.
See?
Here, crop it down to just the orange and purple and put it next to your face.
You can remove me to make some more space.
No, because I'm gonna let you sit there and squirm now. Paul is funny. Mary Lou
There you
be
go,
having
there you
good
go.
ideas. I never even thought about this. They just both look. I need one split in half.
Yeah. I feel like the orange will like kind of blend in because it is like kind of a skin tone. Like it's not, but it kind of is. Where purple's more contrast.
Mm. It's funny.
So it's like, do you want it invisible or do you like? I mean, it's going to be visible, but
Paul,
And you
Paul
can't do
said-
one side one color and the other
That's
side
what
the
I
other
said. I
color.
wish
Then
I
you
could
could have
half
one of
and
those
half.
outfits
It
where
would- yeah, you
you
do
turn
that.
one way.
I remember those plays where people used to put and it would be two characters. I freaking love that.
Yep.
As a French thing. Paul said something that makes a lot of sense. Says, I honestly think we'll be using more of orange thumbnails in the future. They stand out better. Yeah, against the black background. If we're thinking about pulling thumbnails for TV, orange would be a much better color. And just see, listen, Mary Lou,
Hmm.
would Des do something like this to you?
what?
You're gonna have to get both.
I don't get both. I just get one, and then I'm like, "Where's my camera? Where's my Osmo Pocket right now? Where is she?
Yo,
Downstairs."
dude, did I tell you I found the lens and it was with the little kid? Emma had the lens. June and I was walking in his office, like making a mess, trying to find this lens that he needed for something he had to do for work last week. And Emma has the lens.
But the thing, okay, so here's like, we'll talk big and bad about like little siblings taking our stuff, but tell me if I'm wrong. Like, we love it that they want to use it.
Oh, I
right?
steal
Like,
stuff
we
from
live
June
for
on a
that.
regular basis. I just don't talk about what I do.
We live of like, yes, you want to play with my toy? Yes, here.
Yeah. And I steal stuff from June on an absolute regular basis. But that's not the point. It's what he stole from me.
Turnabout's
Yeah.
fair play.
See, I'm still rocking my like Bose QC35s that have the old USB plug, whatever, the mini
Yeah,
or
the
micro,
mini.
I don't know. But they're still like, they still work so well. So these are my, until these
and-
die, she's not getting a new one.
Listen, the next time you talk to Mario, tell
Mhm.
that man that you need a pair of Ionic 52s.
Yeah, I have the 40s.
I
need the
love
52.
my Ionic 50s. They are glorious. And actually, I have a relatively new pair because I wore the other ones out because I travel so much. But there is something about the ecosystem of the way that AirPods and their custom chip works that nobody but Apple and Beats can do. And Beats is because it's Apple, right? And the first ones came out, and I was like, I don't need those because I got my Ionics, and they're dope. There's also the Sony ones are freaking incredible. And people act like they're so much cheaper, but they're not. The Sony ones are $40 cheaper. For the $40, I would rather have the convenience of the way. I don't know if you have this with your AirPods, but AirPods Pro 3, actually all of them, but 3 is what I have right now. I come in, I sit at the Mac. If I have them in, it goes from my phone to the Mac like that. I go back upstairs. I walk out of the office and switch back to the phone. For the block that I have to walk, it's in my ear. I'm in the elevator. I walk in the house. It switches from my ear to the laptop. And then if I say, okay, I'm going to watch Apple TV. The little person is in the corner writing a real estate contract. Boom. Apple TV in my head. Like it's the seamless
Yeah.
switch. I can go from phone to computer to iPad to a different computer to the Apple TV. Touch nothing. Never have to, just, it's flawless. And the one thing that I've always hated about them is they sounded dookie on meetings. But in theory, the new ones don't sound dookie on meetings. Do you have AirPods?
Yeah, the little bitty ones.
Yes. Which version?
Whatever the last one that was still lightning. So those are the ones I use all the time. Like those basically are embedded into my ears, and it's almost time to upgrade. I think one of them is like giving a little like, I'm tired.
Yeah, because it does eventually die after some time.
Yeah, which I have absolutely gotten my money's worth.
Thank you. Right?
Every ounce.
Because if you're on lightning, that means that they're a minimum of 4 years old.
Yes.
Right? So, like, at what point, people, do you realize you got what you paid for out of the thing that you bought? Okay, so I have a ZVE1 over here. When did my camera die, Paul? That was like last May or June, right? The ZVE10 took a crap like last May or June. So the ZVE1, it's $27.99. From May to June to now, I've absolutely paid for this ZVE1. Not because I physically paid for it, but I mean, it has earned its keep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what you do. And let's put this is going to sound crazy. My friend, I'm not going to diagnose my friend on TV, but let's just say my friend had depressive behavior. My friend self-medicated, not by smoking weed, not by drinking. My friend bought two $800 worth of pianos and another $500 worth of shit that makes those pianos cooler. So $1,300 in pianos. But this bitch has smiled more in the last 120 days.
It works.
Right? Has smiled more in the last 120 days than in the last 5 years I've known them. So,
Yeah.
Rolly got their money's worth. Or not Rolly. Paul got the money worth off of the keyboard. You know what I mean? Now, has he made all of that money back in like, affiliate income or, AdSense? Maybe not. But how much would you pay to smile for 120 days straight?
And exponentially.
Right. It's longer
right?
technically, right? What is today's actual date, Paul? I was just guessing.
It
Wait, March
is actually
24th?
it's today. What's 106 days
24th?
today?
106.
106.
Okay, I sold you short. Okay, still. But I just have seen even the excitement prior though. The excitement to it even gotten there. The excitement to it even getting there. Paul was like a little kid. Ooh, Christmas, Santa Claus, where you at? Come on, you fat mofo, where's my stuff? Right? So even still, like I will easily say it's been 4 months of just watching you
The Thanksgiving.
vibrate,
Yep.
right? And I don't know how much, people, if you bought it in tequila, it would have cost you more. If you bought it in weed, it would have cost you more. If you'd have bought it in cocaine, it would have cost you a hell of a lot more. Booger sugar is different.
Probably been in jail too.
I saw this meme. It made me crack up laughing. I was like, I hate it when, influencers be on the internet talking about it's 3 a.m. and they can't sleep. It said, that's because cocaine is a stimulant, Sniffany. It was too funny. Bro, it was too funny. Sniffany. That was the best.
Sniffany.
Oh my God, it's too funny. What is up, Jimmy Hicks? Like, for real. I'm just saying. Boba said, I want to try the new headphones and kind of look like a robot head. I built a mech kebab for my mom. Real experience, but nothing compared to the true keb makers. What the heck is a keb? Now you got to make me think about this. Maybe I'm reading it crazy. But yeah, like I think people, I really want, as we're making these changes and we're figuring out mechanical keyboard. Oh, I knew what that. See, I knew that. Same here. Dude, I spent way too much on mechanical keyboards. And you know what I'm using right now? The Apple keyboard. Why? Because the same bitch that be complaining about their fancy keyboard don't like my fancy keyboard. Look, I changed the keys. I made them silent. Because Paul kept saying, the other one is so clicky. Every time I hear it, shut up, Paul. But after I put all the switches, you know why I haven't changed it back? I fell back in love with the fingerprint unlock things. I don't even like this Apple keyboard. I like my Mac, especially with the new soft keys. Oh, yeah, I got linear keys, right? Thank you, Boba. Somebody get me. I bought linear keys, and it's so good. But I've been using the Apple one because of the fingerprint, and right now I've been doing so much that I needed to use it. But yeah, anyway, creator thing wise, listen, do your thumbnails, get them together. Mary Lou, welcome back to the planet. We got lots of catching up to do. It's about to be crazy, but I'm excited for
The
this
season's kicking off.
this next quarter, right? So next quarter is going to be kind of crazy. So when we meet this time next week, it's going to be the day before we start the next quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know where everybody at, what y'all doing, what y'all twerking on, and like what we're going to do to take the old quarter and just, send it back. Paul, did you see Boba's comment? and then what are we going to do for the new quarter to get it going? Mary Lou, while you were gone, me and Boba invited Paul to the Penis Festival in Japan. We're going to take Paul.
How exciting.
We're going to make it a thing. He was like, dude, there was a giant 70-foot schlong walking down the street. whole bunch of people chanting. Yo, the thumbnail might be censored for real, though. Oh, that'd be too funny. We got to get Paul the costume where he got to walk and they have the, by the feet. The Kintama is by the feet and it's just a tall costume. He's just like looking out the side and just everybody coming up there. Oh, sumimasen, shashin toritai. Like everyone want to take picture with Paul. Dude, 2027 April, we're going to the Kanmaru Festival. And we're going, Paul. We just gotta start saving it. We should put the tip jar on the piano streams so we can like get ourselves ready. We just tell Katie next we're taking. Why are you guys taking off? We're going to Japan. Why? We're going for the Ding Festival.
You want to come?
You can't say it like that, Mary Lou. Not on this show. With that, family, I think we're done goofing off. This is cool.
I think that's it. I think we're finished.
Oh my God! Wait. Sorry, Paul. Look, Mary Lou, do your little telephone thing.
Wait.
Do you have a scene?
No, not yet. I just plugged this in yesterday. So this is like XLR, so it's plugged into the MVX2U. This phone base I got separately off of Amazon, and the red's not exactly the same.
You can't
so
tell.
She may go back. But it also doesn't sit right. So I guess I'd love to hear what your solution is to keeping it on there. But hold on. Ring, 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 ring. Hello. Thank you. You've been unstuck. Bye.
I missed the whole button. Oh my God. I love that thing. That thing is everything. Oh my God. I love it. I absolutely.
Yeah, I've got a couple of concepts for it, so I'm still trying to figure out what direction to go with first.
Yo.
But the company's Trash Talk Audio, and they have a couple different colors.
I just want your creator support line. Just perfect. You answer.
Oh no, I got this is Video Creator Hotline.
Yes.
This is Mary Lou.
That is
How can I help you?
so funny.
Then you have to wear this shirt.
Wait, what are you wearing,
Ew,
Paul?
what'd it
Hold
say?
on.
Ew, people.
What? Oh, ew. I seen that shirt, Paul. Did you make that? Okay, I know I seen it in the chat. That's where I seen it.
Yeah.
That's funny. That is extremely fun. Dude, that was absolutely super cool. All right, family. You know what it is. We'll see you here next week. Get your stuff together to get ready for this next quarter because, hey, it's going to be a rip. And right after we finish the stream, the next day I'm leaving to go to Seattle. I'm going to some Secret Squirrel event that Benji is putting on. It's going to be hanging out with a whole bunch of like highfalutin creators. And then I come back and I'm home for like a week. And then I'm going to bloody England to hang out with freaking Peanut Head Paul. So he got to get in his woolly jumper and his caravan. Get the caravan for me, mum. You got to drive across the.
You're going to be the creamy filling between the two Pauls.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think so. I'm about to go find out. I'm going to SeaTac next week, so I'm curious to see what's happening. But hey, I'm excited about, you know, I'm just excited about creating content, fam. You know, it doesn't get old for me, so I can't wait. Yo, B, what day are you flying in? I fly in Wednesday. Let me know what day you fly. We might be on the same flight. All right, family. Appreciate y'all. You know what we say around these here parts.
You have been unstuck. With creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mandel.
Paul Dundee. He absolutely stupid. See y'all.